26, 27 girls ready to beat my face in.
Why do they want to do that?
Because I'm new. I got here I got to Ohio the 2nd of February from Oklahoma. And I started going the 6th. And ever since I started going, they won't leave me alone.
Do you have any understanding of why they want to do this to you, besides the fact that you're new?
Well, I mean, everywhere you go, there's going to be rumors. I mean, no matter where, you can't run from them.
What kind of rumors?
But, I mean, rumors that I'm a drug dealer and all those other things. Nobody knows me.
They don't know you, and they say...
Nobody knows me.
They say you're a drug dealer?
Yeah, they go around saying I'm a drug dealer and I'm a hoe and I'm a slut and all this other... And nobody knows me.
Where did they get this from?
Girls that don't like me.
Why do they not like you?
I don't know, I mean...
You've gotten death threats from Kirsten? From Kristen?
Not from Kristen, from some of her friends.
Kristen's friends. You've been chased?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think they pick on you, besides being new?
Well, the reason why they would probably pick on anybody is because they're probably missing something. I mean, maybe it's that they don't have real friends. I mean, because if they had real friends, they wouldn't be doing things like this. I mean, real friends wouldn't let her get in trouble like that.
If you're so afraid of these girls, are you going to be able to sit with them?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom, you leave them alone and you and I will go and stand in the audience. I think the kids should try to talk this out by themselves. Kristen and Melissa, will you come on out? Okay. Kristen, what do you think about what Sarah... Will you stand for just a minute? How tall are you, hon?
At least 4'8", a little bit less.
Okay. There's a reason I asked her to stand. She's been getting bullied at school since the 4th grade. Why? Because she's short. And the girl she says is doing the bullying is here, and her name is Angie, and we're going to talk to her in a minute. Tiffany, what do the other kids do to you?
Oh, they just... Okay, Sally, when I was in 7th grade and I went into a math class to get a paper, and when I walked past Angie's desk, she stuck her foot out and tripped me on a hard floor in front of the whole class, and I fell all the way down on my knees.
And Angie tells you
so humiliated.
Where you're allowed to sit, right?
Yeah.
She's put her hand in your face and pushed you into the lockers and gotten physical. All right. How tall is the bully?
She's at least 6 foot.
6'1½".
And you're the same age? How do
She's
you
at least
feel when you get
14,
up in the morning?
Well, okay, Sally, when I get up, I have to realize that everything has to be perfect, or I give them something to pick on me about. Because every hair has to be in place. I have to look in the mirror a lot of times just to make sure everything's right.
I think it's time that we met the young lady and find out why she feels this way, if that's possible. Are you going to be all right sitting next to her?
I should be.
Are you afraid?
No,
You're not
bit.
A little bit afraid. Well, all 5-1 of me will help you, okay? Angie, come on out. Angie, will you stand up? Will you two stand up? They're the same age. All right. First thing, let's talk to her parents for a moment. Are you Tiffany's? No, you stand here and I'll come right back. Just stand right here. They're right here. So you're not going, I'm not going anywhere. You're Tiffany's mother? Yes. Is there a problem? The father says he's not sure there is.
Yes.
Which is fair, by the way. That's a fair thing to say.
Right. Yes, there is a problem, and Tiffany's had a problem with Angie since the 4th grade. Keeping in mind that Tiffany is the same age as all of these girls on stage. And I just wish that I could go to school for her one day so that I could deal with you. That's right.
Tell the father what the problem is.
The problem is basically exactly what Tiffany is telling you. And I know it's hard for you and I because we have our jobs and we deal with our lives and we're strong, confident people. But when you look at it through Tiffany's eyes, she's standing down there at someone that in all respects looks like a grown adult to her. And even, it may be funny to us, it's a cliche. Tiffany sits at the kitchen table and cries at night so hard because it's funny. It was funny to me when I hear shrimp and short stuff. I think that's funny. But you have to please look at it the way Tiffany looks at it. Tiffany, this is devastating to her. She cries herself to sleep at night because of this. And it's been strictly Angie since the 4th grade. No, she doesn't have problems with it.
Do you?
I called your house.
No, Sally, I do not. And
I called the school. The school has told me that they have contacted you numerous times and that they can't get any results. As a matter of fact, I was told the best thing for me to do was bring you up on charges so that you would get your daughter in check. That's what I was told. So, and I called your house and I've talked to your son and I've talked to your son right there and got a lot of trash and then hanging up. I can't never get to you personally.
try a little harder.
You're here enough.
Try a little harder.
Will you also?
My birth defect, and because of other things, because I'm not allowed to participate in certain things in school because of what happened to me, and they don't like that, and they're jealous because of my skinniness, because not all the girls in my school are skinniness, and they'll just pick on me for anything. They'll find anything wrong with me and pick on me, anything.
2 girls kicked you during choir practice?
Last Friday, I was sitting in choir, and the one girl doesn't like me, so I never say anything to her. Because if I know somebody doesn't like me, I don't say anything to them except for like hi or something like that. And she pushed my chair up, and I caught myself, or I would have hit the step where the choir thing was. And she sat in the back, and at that time there was a substitute there, and at my school, substitutes can't do anything, absolutely nothing. And they sat there and kicked me in the back, and the one girl put her heel right in my tailbone, and the other girl stabbed me twice with a pin.
No.
And then when I tried to get out, they tripped me and scratched me on my arm and told me not to come back Monday or Tuesday because they jumped me.
I think there is something that you should know. This is Lori, Jessica's mom. Can you tell us something about Jessica?
The thing is, I raised her to be strong and confident, never be ashamed, never hide that hand. You were born to show other people that are different can do anything.
That's absolutely right. Jessica also has glioblastoma. Did I pronounce?
Glioblastoma multiforme.
This is a tumor on the left side of her. Are you short, Walter?
Yeah.
Okay, what do the kids do to you?
Well, they call me short stuff and stuff like that, the same as the other girl, Tiffany. And they tell me that, like, things, like some of them try to trip me, and they actually grab a hold of my shoulder and try to stick their foot out and trip me on the floor. And if I get onto the floor.
This has been going on how long, Walt?
Since 2nd grade.
There are how many bullies that are doing this to you?
Can't count them. There's so many that I can't count. There's 4 in particular ones.
Okay. You've been thrown on the ground and beaten up, and people sit on your legs so that you can't move?
Yep, that happened in December 15th. I got beat up.
This is Walter's mother, Cindy. Cindy, has he changed?
Yes, he's changed from when he was younger. He was very outgoing, and he was, bubbly and talking to people. I mean, he wasn't a shy kid. And as things progressed more toward the 3rd grade, I saw him coming home from school at least twice a week, where he would be crying. In the younger grades, I'd be talking to principals and teachers and in the elementary school, and one of his 3rd grade teachers, after some girl took his head and pushed it into the blackboard and broke his tooth. I went to have...
Can you answer that audience question? The nice lady is sitting way over here and I can't reach her.
Where is it coming from? The kids?
Is it the kids or the parents?
I think it's bigger than both. I think that this comes from a destruction of values through media, through violence on TV. I think this comes from the fact that we praise violence more than we praise intelligence, more than we praise good grades.
Right.
We hear from the parents trying to get involved in it. They feel just as isolated in some ways in their school districts as their kids who are being bullied. So what I see here is the idea of isolation. We are, in some ways, in our culture, isolating these good values rather than grouping together, getting these kids who are more intelligent, who really want to do something with their life, forming groups and clubs based on the values we know in our heart. This is what life's about, not this other bully stuff. They can't even make heads or tails out of what they're arguing about.
That's right.